Hi there, this is Ronnie coming at you with a video, one of three today. Tabletop Scotland was at the weekend. I went, funnily enough. I did make a video using my webcam where I did a quick walk around. I haven't checked my webcam yet to see whether it even worked. Technical difficulties and or that. But if it worked and it's all looking well, I will post that up on my site later in the week, once I've had a chance to have a good look at it and see whether it's worth putting on. So I have no idea where I was pointing my camera half the time. So I will do some separate videos about my RPGs and sort of personal, but board games in general, I didn't do an awful lot of gameplay this year, for reasons I'll explain in the other videos, but I didn't do an awful lot of gameplay. I was selling a lot. Well, I came with lots to sell. I didn't actually sell an awful lot. An awful lot of it has now made its way into Tabletop Scotland's personal library. I hope that they will find buyers for it and add the proceeds to the charity. I think that would be nice. But I might contact David about that and see if that'll happen. Anyway, I did buy a couple of things on the bring and buy, because I made a very specific promise to myself that I was not going to buy anything unless I'd sold. I didn't want to, that way I was keeping myself somewhat in check, because when I go to these things, I can see like a couple of £1,000 worth of stuff I want to get, and believe you me, in Tabletop Scotland there were a couple of £1,000 worth of stuff I wanted to get. But I did pick up two items. I bought Clockwork Kingdom for £10. Still in its shrink wrap, it's not even been opened yet. eBay sells for about 50-60 quid if you're lucky. I know Steve's Collectibles used to do it for a lot cheaper, but still, tenner is less than. I like steampunk. I like worker placement games. So I'm intrigued. I've seen some reviews. Some were positive, some were negative. But I'm prepared to give it a go because it looked interesting. But the big find, I have to say, and oh my god, what a big find, is a game called Ikuza, or Ikuza, which is a reskin of an old game that used to be called Samurai Swords and was then released by Milton Bradley as Shogun. And it's essentially a sort of Axis and Allies Risk, but set in feudal Japan. And I got it for £20, and I was hoping that it would be fairly complete, or maybe one or two items missing that I'd maybe find on eBay. So got it home, and my daughter, who's staying with me at the moment for a holiday, say hi to the fans, Saffron.
Hi.
I put her on the spot there. Sorry. She decided she was looking through some of the games that she'd gotten herself, and she was in that mode of sort of looking and checking. So she said to me, "Do you want me to have a quick check through?" So I said, "Yeah," and she opened it up, and not only is nothing missing, it doesn't look like it's been touched. The figures, the dice, the little counters and everything, they've not been popped out. Some of them are still in their original plastic wrapping. They've not been opened out. This is a game that runs a couple of £100 in places. I got it for 20. And I was looking for something. I did have Shogun by Queen Games, and it's a great game, but it really wasn't what I'd been hoping for. Actually, I'd kind of been hoping that it was a reskin of the old Milton Bradley game, and when it wasn't, I was a little downhearted, and I ended up selling it. I sold it on, and it's got a new home, and the person's very happy about it. But Ikuza is what I'd hoped that version of Shogun had been. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm genuinely happy. I got a very nice print. My fiance, yes, see, ring. My fiance, Fiona, got me a couple of things. She got me a very nice print of a dragon, very nice drawing, lovely thing. And the other thing she got me was a little 2-player card and dice game called I Hate to Kill You, which is based on The Princess Bride, and it's essentially a dueling game. I'm looking forward to playing that, actually, partially because the notion of a dueling game intrigues me, and partially because Fiona and I, my daughter as well, but Fiona and I love that film. So the idea of playing a dueling game, just the two of us, sounds like a great idea, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. So overall, I mean, I would love to have sold a lot more stuff, and I didn't take any back with me. Would love to have sold it, didn't. Fair enough. Instead, I'm quite happy to have gotten the games I've gotten. Clockwork Kingdom is a bit of a punt, but it's looking okay. Ikuza, on the other hand, has just been an absolute, that's been a find. I'm really, really impressed. Not only because it's complete, but because it's untouched. The quality is immaculate. And the guy who was selling it, or the woman who was selling it, could have easily have asked for far, 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 far more than 20 quid, and that price would have justified itself given what it's currently valued at. So yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very happy, and in that respect, it was a good weekend. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.